I thought for sure Elisif would never consent. That's enough!
What is up, dude? This is another episode of Bullshit with Mikey and Dee Dee. So we're just hanging out. Dude, what the actual F, man? So just off the top of your head, man, are we ever going to get the Epstein files released to us? What the hell?
I don't know, man. You might get that meteor crashing Earth before we see him.
I mean, we got protests happening. You got people going back and forth. I think what they say, Elon Musk has started his own political party. I'm not sure if that was actually bullshit or that was actually a real thing.
What do
But
you call
yeah,
it? The Freedom Party? What is it?
dude, how a billionaire could list anything as free, I have no idea. Like, what freedom do we have? Do we all just keep paying you our money?
Hmm.
And he's
I
free to do it as he wishes. But yeah, the rest of us are just wage slaves.
why isn't he like all up in arms about having X and everything? What about the X party? Or is that already taken for X-Men?
So that is one more thing stolen from the black man. Malcolm X had his name, and now the party,
Elon X.
the
Oh
X party.
man.
I'm like, no, that's B. That's bullshit right there. No, no, I'm saying it a lot. That's bullshit.
No.
How dare you, Spike Lee? Basically, put a trademark on the X. Because in the early 90s, they had what X jackets, X t-shirts, X
hmm
everything. And now here comes Elon Musk some 20 plus years later, stealing from the black man.
uh,
Taking
uh,
his idea, and now they're gonna turn it into a whole thing. Like, okay, I see what's going on here.
uh,
See what's happening. This is
Oh, and the
exciting.
insanity, man, the insanity.
Bro, I'm just waiting for you to run for office, man. What's going on, man?
I'll get assassinated like 30 minutes in the office because they're not gonna like me.
Dude, I think they love you. I think the
Mm.
bar has been set, and anything that you can do to bring us back to some sense of normality is going to be okay.
Mm.
Like, nah, nothing I mean, compared to the stuff we're already hearing, I'm trying to think of anything that you would say that's all that radical.
Mm. No,
Yeah,
I mean,
so I
I
think
don't think I'm that crazy. I'm not too far into one side of things or the other. We just need things that make sense.
okay. So what makes sense to you?
Healthcare that's affordable for everybody, whether that be free or nominal fee, paid for, single payer, excuse me, something. Because what we got right now ain't working.
So
Ain't working.
hold on. Why do you think the government hasn't come out with its own health care yet? What do you think the holdup is, man?
What do I think the holdup is?
Let me put it this way, because I remember I was telling this one cat about some sort of, it may not be a universal program, but the government will have its own form of insurance that you can opt into. So instead of Blue Cross Blue Shield, it would be government or United States health insurance. And the reason I say is because, like, well, why is it USAA, which is a car insurance company, well, insurance company, insures house, car, all that. Why does USAA exist, but we don't have a version of that for healthcare?
Well,
And it might
USAA is
start
really a
off
bank,
as
though. It's
well,
a
yeah, but it
bank
might start
too.
off as like healthcare just for people who served and they can pass it on, that kind of stuff. But
I don't. Oh, well, are you talking about USA having medical insurance?
how come they don't?
How come they don't?
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
mean,
I mean, it's
why don't they
private.
have car insurance? Why is that
Uh,
better? Why
Car
don't they have
insurance
health
might be a little
insurance?
easier, a little cheaper to pay out than it would be for medical insurance. I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I mean, a lot of people are going to say it's going to cost too much money to have a government funded, government run. Oh, and then they're going to be
Okay,
upset because the government can't run anything right. Then we get into that hole.
okay. So with the we don't have money, did they come out and say that they've lost $1 trillion and they don't know where it went? So
Then the
I
same,
can't.
these are the same people that had gold toilets in the Pentagon or some
I
garbage.
can't keep hearing that we don't have the money. How do you
We
lose
do.
$1 trillion and you don't have
Some
money
Black
for it?
Ops slush fund or some garbage. Who knows?
Thank you. So I'm like, nah, dude, it's not a money
Some
thing.
somebody's pocket is where it went. So, well, I can't say one person's pocket, probably several.
Yeah, oh, dude, more than just several. I mean, dang, dude, that's $1 trillion.
Yeah.
So that went to probably hundreds, if not thousands, of different slush funds, some off the books operation that was happening in some developing country, which I get deeply offended when they call it a black site or a black op. I'm like, no, the only thing black at those things, the people they're fucking waterboarding.
uh,
That's the only thing black about that site.
I'm
Yeah, we're
offended.
waterboarding Muhammad over here. He's dark. That's close
Oh
enough.
shit. Damn.
Like,
uh,
nah, dude, if you have all this other money for all these other things, man, why? What? I don't know if we have a viable excuse anymore. And to kind of add to that, and this is something I've been thinking about for the last few years, when Obama came out with like Obamacare, the healthcare stuff, I
mhm.
understood more why he did it because I think we're now at a point where so companies offer healthcare and those other fringe benefits because they have to compete with other companies. So if you work at ExxonMobil, say you're oil and gas,
Mhm.
and they offer a benefits package for you and your family, Shell, Chevron, all the other ones have to do something similar to that.
Yeah.
Now America's in the space where it has to compete for talent because so many people who are American citizens, born here, raised here, are leaving and going other places because their dollar goes further.
Yeah.
And one of those major things they consider is like, well, healthcare. Healthcare is free or lower costing in like places like Mexico. When people go places like Europe and stuff. I have another friend who just let me know that hey, they're gonna be moving to Europe at by January. I think that's what their deadline is. So he and his wife are they're checking out. They're gone. And they're American citizens, went to American schools, American churches, and they're like, it's just cheaper for us to live other places now because the cost of living here with healthcare and kids is too high.
It's way too high, way too high. And like homes costing what they cost now everywhere,
Yeah.
artificially inflated. It doesn't make any sense. Walking around where I live, some of these houses are going for 450 to like $800,000. And some of the ones on the lower end kind of look like they need some work.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's like, why does this house cost so much? And I get it, area. There's more people here that are moving here with money and kind of shoving people out. That could be part of it. But to me, it feels like the value of homes and land in general is severely hyperinflated. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's
dude.
happening everywhere. It's not just big cities. It's like Chicago, or it's happening in Houston. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
your
Well,
area.
during the pandemic and all these people moved from California to Texas, it definitely happened in Austin. I had friends who were living in Austin for long periods of time, and they said once the shutdowns happened and like, people like Joe Rogan, some of those celebrities kind of moved to Austin. They said they can't afford anything. So houses they were bidding on. I had a friend, uh, and she lives in Austin. I believe she was going to Fredericksburg or something close to that as well. And she said she bid on a house and she said by the time she bid on it, that same house had 77 other bids on it.
Hmm.
And these are people who are moving from California to Texas, cash in hand, basically ready to pay 50% above the market price.
Yeah, that's
Cash.
happening here for
Yeah.
rent. For
Yeah.
rent. They're
Oh,
they're 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 out they're bidding wars apartments in some areas of town, and that's insane. This was the advertised price, right? This is what you said this apartment's going to cost. Who cares if Joe Blow says I'll pay 500 over? You're not, instigating a bidding war for an apartment is garbage. If that person, fine, take their offer. Don't become yeah, we said the apartment's going to cost 1,800, but so and so somebody offered 25. What can you offer? Stop being greedy, man. Stop being greedy. That's the problem. We're all too damn greedy for our own good. There's really no explaining that. We ourselves are greedy. I find myself at times thinking that way. We all do, and we're all guilty of it.
Yeah,
All guilty. Man, it's insane.
man. What we gonna do about it, brother? I want to put you in charge, sir. I'm ready for you to run for office. I think
Uh,
you're the man that can handle and can talk to the
it
people
the
in
I mean,
plain
if
language.
people want shit to change, they need to show up in the streets. And I'm not just saying, showing up in the streets. Maybe you need to show up with your rifle. Not
Dude,
saying you have to use it. Don't have to point it at nobody. You need to get a million people, arms in hand, ready to say, we're not taking this shit no more. That might be the time, right? Not saying to instigate a war, a civil war, going out there just say we are done. Is probably what's going to have to happen. I don't
huge
know
speech.
how else you can march peacefully all you want, man. You go and see the stuff. They start launching tear gas at you and all this other nonsense. I mean, if you look at police forces today, and I'm not knocking cops, necessary evil, I guess, even though Supreme Court says they don't have a duty to do anything, you know, they're militarized, right?
Yeah.
They look like the National Guard. When you see some of them all kitted up, it's insane.
Or they're typically listed as what paramilitary. I guess that's
Yeah,
the
and I
actual term.
understand, I get some of that to a point, but it's too much.
But dude, you and I want to be cops at one point.
Yeah, but for me, I wanted to be more like a liaison officer. I wanted to work with the community. I didn't want to be, a beat cop or a vice cop or a homicide detective or nothing like that, man. People, police have a bad rap because they don't deal with the community enough and try to see it from, a community perspective about what's needed, right? They're trained a certain way and they pull people over for all this stuff and fine, they find a little bit of weed or whatnot. It turns out to be this thing and it man, I don't know the answer to any of that either. I'm full of shit myself, I guess. I don't know.
Man, all that stuff is well and good. That yeah, I want to be and serve the community, but I want to tase people.
Yeah.
I wanted to pull people over and say, "All right, man, listen, it goes one of two ways. I can write you this ticket, or
I'm gonna hit you with 50,000 volts and
let
make
me
you
hit you with
shit
the folks
yourself.
real quick. What do you want to do? What do you, dude? I want to try experiments with people. I used to think I'm like I wonder if I could like give a person like an unpopped bag of popcorn and say, let me tase you real quick to see if we can fix popcorn.
Are you German? I mean, do you have any German in you, sir?
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
I don't know. You're just
But
torture shit, man. What's wrong with
and
you?
it's light torture light. This is not Stalingrad or something like that. This is not Guantanamo. This is just fun with tasers. You can look at that on TikTok videos now.
Yeah, man, that
I,
shit's painful. I mean, damn.
but hey man, I gave you a choice. You can get this ticket and you can go argue in court. And your insurance is gonna go up.
I'll take the taser for 200, Bob. I mean, I don't
Oh,
think
I'm
I
like,
could
hey,
see people
you have
saying
your heart
that.
conditions? Are you good? You okay? Okay. I can just put this taser on real quick.
Here,
You know,
here,
I
let
have
me
a way
hit
you
you
go
with
learn your
this.
lesson.
Act like a defibrillator.
Hey
Let's
man,
give
there
you a
you go.
jump start.
Let me
Let
just
me recharge your pacemaker real quick.
can I hook this up to some jumper cables and how powerful can this thing go? I'm about to zap your ass right now.
Oh man.
But I'll give you the choice. No, it's whatever you
I'm
want.
glad you
I'm
didn't.
cool with
I'm
whatever
glad you
you
didn't
want.
become a cop, bro.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that would have been so much
You'd lose
fun.
your job the first day. You wouldn't even make it out of the damn parking lot with your patrol car. They'll fire you.
But they'll be like, hey, that wasn't
Gonna
that kind of funny when DD did.
tase the
Well, it's
captain
kind
of
of
the
funny.
precinct.
And it did answer a question that yes, you can give someone an unpop bag of popcorn, and
Hmm.
if you tase them at high enough voltage, after they revive themselves, you can have buttery popcorn.
Damn.
And now every time this person gets up, they like have some sort of PTSD. They can't go
Mm.
to a movie theater now once they smell
Nobody's
popcorn.
gonna want to go outside anymore.
Hey man, that could work as well. That could help. That could help neighborhoods also. People stay inside. That's right, baby. Dee Dee's got a taser, and I'm about to let you have it. But that's okay though, man. That's just an idea. That's how I would make an impact on the world. Those are just ideas. We live in a democracy. We can vote on it. And I gave them a choice.
Yeah. Hmm.
Hey man, which do you want to do? I mean, those are ways we can help people, dude. I mean, hell, man. But yeah, dude, what do you think about this Epstein Island stuff, man? You think we're ever going to get any of this information out, or
I don't
you think
know.
it's buried
I don't
someplace?
know, but a lot of people are upset about it. Maybe would it be
A
heavily
lot of Trump
redacted?
supporters feel
Oh,
betrayed.
there's yeah.
Interesting.
I don't blame him. That was his whole premise. We're gonna release these files, and well, wait a minute. Hold on
Yeah,
now. I
yeah,
didn't
this
read
is
it before. I'm reading it
what
now.
you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Here, have, have some here, have some
I ain't say
candy.
that. I just be
Don't worry about
bullshit.
what's going on with this hand. What's going on with this hand?
Hey, man, listen, I
Yeah.
got jokes. I was just talking. I ain't gonna leave. Hey, come on,
Nah,
bro. Ain't nothing to see on there anyway. You don't need to see none
nah.
of that.
You don't need to see
I'm
that.
trying to help y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, was it Tulsi Gabbard? Was
Yeah,
she
yeah.
calling for his Obama's arrest for that or some garbage? I don't know. I didn't read too deep into that. I read things, and when nonsense comes across the screen, man, sometimes I don't have the stomach to read through it because I'm like, man, how can normal people or just everyday folk kind of believe without critical thinking that this kind of sounds insane? You know what I mean? Doesn't make sense.
No, I don't necessarily disagree with anything. I just so I remember you and I used to watch Game of Thrones. You bootlegged a couple things and let me watch a couple scenes.
Shh,
And
don't tell. You might have to edit
well,
that part out. I don't want to get in trouble.
I mean, hypothetically, you may have, looked at some stuff
Oh,
and,
yeah.
hey, share the wealth a little bit to us low income folks. One of the things I think that always was so funny to me or interesting about the show is that just because you sat on the Iron Throne didn't mean you were the most powerful person in whatever kingdom they were in. You know what I mean?
Right. No, you
So,
had your little players that, had little power, like Littlefinger, the mother characters. Yeah.
or what was that when the kid became the king, but his
Joffrey.
grandfather was basically,
Yeah.
yeah,
You could play king, but I'm the king.
basically that's what I mean, dog. That's really what was really going on. But
Hmm.
kind of bring it to what we're talking about. And there's something, I mean, I guess you probably know from ex-military and people we know who are in the military have been. It's this the president is not the most powerful person in the United States. He
No.
sits on the throne, but dog, so I think he went in with a want to maybe release these things, but once he got that phone call and some of the most powerful people in the world went to
Hmm.
that island. It's almost kind of like during that 2008, 2009 recession we had banks that were too big to fail. We have people like that now. They're like, no, if this person's on this list, this whole company, that's thousands of jobs and all. Now, what a part of me is like, dude, I don't care. I want pedophiles arrested and thrown under the jail. But the other half is like there's a reality to what's happening. And these are people who are heads of state, heads of companies, Fortune 500s. These are people who may have titles of king, queen, what have you, who went and partook of activities on this island. And the shakeup happening with it would be crazy. So, and then also I'm thinking, dude, if you're never gonna get the Diddy contact list or Diddy files, you're not going to get Epstein.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you there's cross pollination with those as well.
Yeah. I mean, what's that mean for people now? Are they going to be upset enough to start saying, "Oh, we need to impeach this guy," or do you think we're going to see any of that?
Well, dude, he's already been impeached. So there's not
True.
much.
Yes, this is true.
But you're impeaching him based off a theory, I guess, that you think he knows who's on the list. I'm saying he probably never even saw the list. I'm saying he got a phone call and they're like, hey, here's what we're going to do, here's what we're not going to do, and here's why. And that was the end of that conversation. I don't I don't think Trump even wants to know who's on that list because that would put a mark on his back.
Pretty sure he knows. Pretty sure
He might
he's seen it.
suspect, but I don't know if he knows for sure. I mean, he runs
Mm.
in certain circles, he's heard rumors, but does has he seen definable proof that this is what was going on or these people attended these meetings? I don't know. And again, because A, some of it's plausible deniability, but B, dude, if you or I saw the list of names at Epstein, at the Diddy parties, what have you, how long do you think we have to live?
Not long unless we start digging a hole somewhere.
You might as well just
Start
dig your own
stocking it
hole
up. Yeah. Somewhere
because it
deep in the mountains somewhere.
are
He
now
might have
officially.
disappeared.
Yes, you are not long for this world. Once
No.
you see the list of, and I think, and if I realize that, I'm pretty sure the people who are in power and know the power they're messing with realize that also. And they're like, dog, I ain't doing this. Because as soon as even someone thinks that I know who's on this list, he had an accident, he had a heart attack. He just he
He
was in
fell
perfect
out of a
health.
three-story window as they do in Russia.
Yeah, he just fell. Yeah, he committed
How many
suicide.
people, how many people have fallen out a three-story window in Russia? I'm sure
I
it's taller than that, but it's been a common thing. Political opponents of Putin have ended up on the concrete going out a window. It's been quite common.
dude, he just committed suicide.
Comrade, what happened? You fell.
What why are you on the ground like this? What are you doing?
What is this?
He's like, oh, до свидания, comrades.
It was. Ugh.
Oh, there you go. All right, man. He's gone, gone. You will never know what happened to him. He was such a nice man.
It was accident, I swear.
Was accident. I swear to you. So now our Russian has kind of turned into like a Transylvania. Like we sound like
Yeah.
Dracula.
I want
I
to
want
suck
to
your
suck your
blood.
blood. Not Putin though. No, he's a good man. He's friendly. He never went to those parties. But yeah, dude, that's what was that conspiracy theory that they talked about? And that was what the Clinton list. And it was like what 90 something names of people who are associated with the Clinton Foundation
Hmm.
who all mysteriously checked out, died, were killed, committed suicide. And I'm like, dude, robbed at gunpoint. And, I guess
That's
the robbery went wrong. Yeah.
yeah. That's a lot. I mean, that's a lot to try and piece together. Is it possible? Maybe. I mean, but some of it sounds like coincidence to me.
So I am not necessarily a man who believes as much in coincidence as I have gotten older. Like sometimes, yeah, okay, that was a freak occurrence. Uh, but once two or three things keep lining up, and dude, it's like we've switched sides on this one. You were big into conspiracy theory when I first met you. 20 plus years later, now you're more, hey, shit happens, Dave. Shit happens, Dee Dee. It'd be like
I
that
don't think
sometimes.
I was as deep. I found things interesting, right? Like the whole Kurt Cobain being murdered conspiracy. I kind of bought into that for a little while, you know.
I would. I've heard the same thing about Jimi Hendrix, though. His record producer or his manager killed him, and I'm like,
Well, I never
how?
heard that one.
I heard that one, and basically they're saying because he could keep publishing music, and I'm like, how did this publisher know that he's going to be able to publish music for Jimi Hendrix for the next 30 years? He
Yeah,
had no idea that was going to happen.
right.
Same thing with the Kurt Cobain thing. I'm like, why? Because I think I heard there was like Courtney Love or something like that did it. I'm like, why would she kill that cash cow? I mean, outside of like a drug-induced frenzy, because I know they're both kind of throwing down.
Hmm.
But dude, he was the light. He was the cash cow of that relationship. Why would she shoot him?
Uh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Wait a minute,
None of the
asshole.
holes.
That's my job. You can't do that yourself. I'm gonna do it for you. Damn it.
My God, nothing,
That's my
nothing
job.
did slapped harder than what Nirvana did.
That slaps.
Yeah, I'm like, dog, nah. I mean, the one song I remember Hole did, and that was on it was on the soundtrack for The Crow 2, and that was their cover of Gold Dust Woman. And I think that was a Fleetwood Mac song. That's the
Yeah, I
only
remember
song
that.
that comes to my head when I think of the band Hole, because they weren't all that great.
No, I remember their first album and a few songs
Yeah,
there.
and that's not saying that women can't rock. I'm like, nah, dude, I have tons of respect for female musicians, but if you're looking at female musicians of that era, I like Veruca Salt more, way more than I liked Hole, anything Hole ever
Yeah,
did.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, L7, they were a great band as
Yeah,
well.
Luscious
So,
Jackson. I enjoyed them.
yeah, I like them. Actually, I think my favorite out of that era was probably PJ Harvey.
PJ Harvey. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, so it has nothing to do with the sex thing. It's just, nah, dude, I don't think they were as talented musicians as some of their contemporaries. So
Right.
I'm like, why would she kill Kurt?
Hmm.
And actually, if you look at who profited more, probably, and this is real conspiracy now, this is real deep. If you look at who has profited more from the death of Kurt Cobain, it has probably been Dave Grohl,
Yeah, yeah.
because that launched Foo
Dave
Fighters.
did it. Guilty.
So I don't want to say, I knew you were
Guilty,
going
Your
to.
Honor. Guilty.
But I'm like, dude, if you're looking at who actually has made an impact, like no one really knew Dave Grohl's name uh, away from Nirvana until that happened. And then Foo Fighters, those albums came out, and he's a great musician, so I'm not taking anything away from him. But he was that dude, and his career basically launched because of that. So his career as in his other band launched. So yeah, I definitely think if anyone gained from that, him. But I mean, I don't necessarily think they gained because, dude, he's out of that whole grunge era. How many friends did you think he lost?
I don't know. I don't
Because, dude,
know.
all the lead singers of those bands all died. So you had
Yeah,
Homeboy
it's a
from Alice in
lot.
Chains,
Yeah,
uh, Soundgarden, Chris Cornell, he died. What was Stone Pilots? Even though they weren't really a grunge band, he died. Yeah, dude, most of those musicians, he lost a whole. Of course, Kurt Cobain. All the musicians he probably had known and who died. I remember the bass player from Alice in Chains. He died of a drug overdose. What, maybe like 6 months after the lead singer of Alice in
yeah.
Chains died.
Hmm.
Oh
Um,
boy, dude, they've lost what other guitarists, drummers. What was that? The band Temple of the Dog. That was the album or band dedicated to the loss of another friend that Soundgarden and Pearl Jam had. So yeah, they've lost a lot of things, man. So I don't think Dave Grohl had anything to do with it. I'm just saying, if you're
no,
looking
no,
at
he's
who
playing.
profited, if you're solely just looking at that, dude, that was him, man. That was him.
Yeah. Speaking of famous people who died, did you hear Malcolm Jamal Warner drowned recently?
Yeah, dude. I saw
Isn't
that
that
on
crazy?
Instagram yesterday. I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell? So now we're at that age where
You got to be
people
careful
die.
going out in the ocean now.
Dude, he
Watch
was
where you
like, what,
step in the water. It
84?
might grab you.
Is that what happened to him?
Yeah, apparently he got pulled in like a strong current, took him out. I don't know if it's like a riptide current, riptide current or a rip
Yeah,
current,
kind of some sort of whirlpool or something like that. Those whirlpools will
something.
suck you under.
Yeah, if you're not careful, so you just got to be careful when you go out in the water. Don't go out, don't go alone for sure. I tell people that all the time, and don't go swimming alone. You have a buddy.
Was he swimming? Was he on a boat? Did he fall off the boat? Did not have a life jacket on?
I think he's just swimming in the ocean somewhere. I
I
just before we started talking, I was reading about it, and
okay.
something or other. But yeah, drown. Crazy.
Dude,
And you can be
that
the
is so.
best swimmer in the world, man. For some of these currents, that it will take you, and a lot of people die fighting it. There's a way to survive it, and I think it's you
You have to try to float
swimming
or
with
something.
it, swim
Okay.
with it, and let it carry you out, and then or something like that.
Yeah.
I have to read up on it. There's a way to survive it, but when you go into panic mode, you don't think. You're like, man, I'm getting sucked out further away from land. I need to swim towards land, and you end up tying yourself out.
Oh man, that's
Yeah,
brutal.
yeah,
So
drowning's terrible.
I remember him definitely from the Cosby shows. He did that one show, Malcolm and Eddie.
Yeah, he was only
But
54.
yeah, he was dude, he was super young cat, man.
Super
Like I'm
young.
at that age now, man, where I'm looking at how people died because I'm like, how did this guy go? He's not that much older than me. What
Mm-hmm.
happened? But I think the last thing I saw him in that I definitely remember seeing him in was he played a character's husband on a TV show Community, and I'm a big fan of that show Community.
I've
So
never heard
I
of it.
like Donald Glover's work and stuff, and he was on that. So Shirley, she played Shirley's husband. So, dude, rest in peace. God bless the brother. May God rest his soul. He did some great work. I never heard about like anything with him. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you heard Bill Cosby shit later on, but
Right.
I
Well,
never
he's seemed to be on the
anything.
straight and narrow.
Yeah, yeah. He seemed like just a decent, he's not just a regular dude.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is that is because he was basically a child actor. And you hear about how these child actors end up, and he didn't seem like he was that guy at all.
Yeah. You got pedos in Hollywood too.
Yeah,
It's
most of the Cosby kids seem like they ended up okay. Like I never heard any stories about them being molested, whereas opposed to like the stories from the kids who were like on Nickelodeon, stuff like that.
Nickelodeon, yeah, with that
Yeah,
one
where they were
producer.
yeah, they were getting
Yeah.
abused and shit like that, which is insane, dude. But yeah,
Yeah.
uh, nah, dude, life is short, man. That's why we're trying to catch up via our podcast because so I talked to a buddy of mine
Yeah.
and dude, I'm a big friend of his, and he always ends every conversation with peace and love. And I asked him, and one day we're just talking about it, and he's a little older than I am. He's like, he said he ends the conversation like that because he knows this may be the last time I talk to you. So he wants to make sure I say I love you in every conversation.
Yeah.
So I actually been saying peace love to people just because I thought it was something kind of cool to thing, it's the kind of thing to say. So I
Yeah.
kind of I've had a Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction moment. When I say, the righteous man is set on all sides, that's some cold shit to say to a motherfucker before I shoot him. But now I've actually thought about, well, what does this actually mean? Like, am I the righteous man, or are you the shepherd, and I'm the man trying to get? But no, I am the tyranny of evil men. You're the weak.
Do you
But
think
now,
both of our incomes combined every above the poverty line yet? Can we tell your dad we're making more than the poverty line as he used to tell us back in the day?
probably no. I don't think there's the amount of money we can make that's going to impress him. And if it does, he'll say, "Well, hey, you can afford to buy me
Oh
a piece."
man, I think that's the funniest thing I heard.
I said, both of y'all's income together. As he rolled, I think he had a G35
Yeah,
Infiniti he was driving. Yeah.
man. I love your dad. He's funny.
Yeah, he's a cool cat. Hopefully he'll
Yeah, I
be
gotta
back.
shoot him a message here soon. See how he's doing.
Yeah. I haven't talked to him in a couple days. So yeah, I try to send him some stuff every now and then to keep his mind active, some videos I'm watching or some stuff I've been working on that we can kind of read it and see what's what. But actually with that said, I gotta go visit your mama. That one sounds like a diss, actually. Like
Yo,
a plug.
mama. Yeah,
Yo,
my
mama. I
mama.
gotta go
Yo,
see your
mama.
mama.
Yo,
But yeah, I gotta
mama.
see her next week or so to go kind of hang out with her and make sure she's doing good. I'll probably take my mom out as well with that. So, we're at that point where the people who raised us, man, they're getting up in age, dude. So you gotta
Yeah.
make sure they know that we still love them. They get on our nerves.
Yeah, I talked to her. I talked to my mom last week. She seems to be
Okay.
okay. You know,
He's cool.
Dealing with her dementia is a little tough at times, but she's okay. She's happy where she's at. I talk to her all the time. I ask her constantly, "You doing okay?" "Yeah, I'm doing fine."
Okay.
Okay.
Well, man,
Yeah.
that's all we can ask for, man. Is just we're just doing okay in these days we're in, brother, man,
Yeah.
because it's rough out there, sir. And if she's happy, I'm happy.
Yeah.
What else is going on with you, dude?
Let's see. What did we do this weekend? Oh, we went to Beer Fest out here near the park by our house on Friday. That was kind of fun. $50 got you access to 38 different breweries from around the city. I think we made it to 19 before we had to call it quits because they were like 4 or 5 ounce pours.
Okay, about to say.
But man, that stuff will catch up quick. They had some food trucks out there. I had some Harold's chicken. I hadn't had Harold's chicken in a long time. It was pretty good. But
Okay.
like I said, I think we made it out about 18 or 19, and that was it. There's no more because you drink
Dude.
too much beer, it gets you bloated, and
Yeah, dude. Man. That sounds
you know,
that sounds all right though, man. But nah, dude, I can't, there's only so much beer I can really drink. And usually when I drink beer, it's, was it Miller High Life, stuff like that. Something super, it's damn near like water half the times. I think the only thicker beer that I really like is probably Guinness. But other than
yeah.
that, man,
I
dude,
think you like an old style. I prefer an old style over a Miller any day. I think you'll
okay.
like it. So when you come visit, we'll get you one and see how you feel about it. It's not too bad.
Some old style beer.
It's okay. When I first had it, I'm like, this is not bad because usually for me,
Okay.
my go-to before I would go to Miller High Life would be Pabst Blue Ribbon,
Okay.
you know, but I can't touch Bush or anything like that with a 10-foot pole. Man, stuff's nasty.
$2 beer. There you
Mm,
go.
$2 shits is more like it, man. Ugh,
Oh,
that
dude.
stuff is nasty.
Oh, it was horrible, man. But you didn't drink it because of the taste. People drank it because it was just cheap beer.
Just want to get fucked up. Ugh.
And dude, once you get messed up on Pabst Blue, that is a drunk. That is not a pretty drunk you're having right there. That is some sloppy drunk. It's disgusting. They're
Hey,
carrying a person.
what's
Yeah,
going on here?
yeah. I've never seen people really sloppy drunk on expensive beer, like the craft brews and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But giving that cheap shit, oh my God, dude. This guy is going to it's gonna there's gonna be a fight. Law enforcement is involved. So I think
Uh,
once if I worked at like a grocery store or something and I saw someone checking out with a case of Pabst Blue Ribbon, I would already have 911 dialed. It said you need to follow this car.
you need to add some snacks to your cart there, brother, because that's gonna
Yeah,
tear you up.
yeah, dude. I have law enforcement already alerted that okay, he paid with a card. Here's this person's name. I saw their ID, so I made sure they're 21,
Um,
but here's their address also. Here's where they're going. You might want to have a squad car standing
Post
by
up a squad
because this
car.
is not going to end
Tell
well.
them
I saw nothing but Pabst Blue. No snacks, no nothing. They're just drinking. This is not going to end well for anybody.
Mm-mm.
Just hover around, make the block a couple times, and I guarantee you that call is going to come through. There has been a disturbance at whatever
There's a
address.
naked fat man running around his front lawn, waving a Confederate flag hanging out of his ass. I don't know.
Dude, it's going to be horrible. Whatever happens, we need to make sure we have SWAT on standby. And they're going to get sweaty because they're going to be sweaty drunks. And
Ugh, that's even
and the shirt's
worse.
off. They're not going to have a shirt on. So
Yeah.
one of you has got to do paper, rock, scissors to see who tackles this drunk, sweaty man.
Oh man, it's so gross.
Yeah, one of you's got to do that. But I'm doing this to
Uh,
alert you of what's happening. That way you know what's going on, officer. I'm trying to do my good deed and make sure you're taken care of.
man.
Yeah, dude. Those kind of nights, man.
Hmm.
But yeah, man, it's the same with, dude, if I was a cashier and I'm watching people take Mad Dog 2020, and I'm like, yep, this person's it's not gonna be a good night. Mad Dog, Hurricane,
Boone's Farm. I used to know
Boone's Farm.
plenty. I know plenty of people that would slush down some Boone's Farm and some Mad
Oh,
Dog.
dude, Strawberry Hill. I used to
Gross.
love that drink when I was in high school, sir.
Strawberry Hill. Or
Dude,
Peach Arbor Mist, I think was another one. Uh, what
yeah.
about them? Remember them Seagram's golden wine coolers from back in the day?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Bruce Willis was in that commercial.
Yeah. I think, what did he play like the harmonica or something like that? One of those
I don't
stupid.
know. He was singing in it. Yeah, he was like what? It was
Yeah.
a bunch of women. He was singing in it. And maybe had a
Yeah.
harmonica. I don't remember. That was so long
And mind
ago.
you, dude, we had a mutual friend, and when we'd have parties and stuff, or we'd go to parties, we would bring like harder liquor or like beer. He would bring like Mike's Hard Lemonade or stuff like that. And we would always make fun of him for doing that. However, when he brought that, that was the drink that all the girls drank.
Yeah,
And he was instant success with that. So I
for
take back
sure.
all the jokes I made about him because he would drink, because he would always bring Zima or that kind of whatever that
I
kind of
remember
bullshit.
Zima, man. I
Yeah,
used to
and
like Zima.
it was like Sprite with
Yeah.
alcohol. Yes, yeah. I mean,
And
it
when
was
I needed
something
a break
different.
from a beer, I would drink a Zima
Yeah, and but that would be
or
he would always
Smirnoff Ice. Yeah.
turn off. Yeah, he'd
Yeah.
bring. He was that guy who'd bring like a couple six packs of that.
Yeah.
And as soon as people saw him, women would flock to him and say, "Thank you for bringing this because this is something we can drink."
I can't
And
drink this
no,
Bush.
yeah, no one's drinking. Yeah,
Nobody wanted the Bush, man.
yeah, no chick you are trying to bang is going to be drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon whiskey outside.
I mean, unless they're from the Appalachians, they
Oh
probably
yeah,
are.
but that chick had a hard life.
Yeah.
She had a hard. She knows the rough side. That chick, dog. She was about that life, sir.
Ugh. I
So yeah,
don't even want to know.
yeah,
Don't want to
that
know.
chick did not grow up well.
Mm.
There's trauma there. You can look at her what she's drinking. Like, okay, wait, she's drinking a 40 with you. She's drinking some Mad Dog 2020. That chick had trauma in her life.
Just come running out. My mother's my sister.
Yeah, like oh, there's a story at the end of that drink.
Mm.
As soon as you crack open that beer, and
Yeah.
she's drinking, some Bush beer with you. Yeah, there's a story there. Some Keystone Light.
I,
There's a
I
story.
I used to date a girl who had an uncle dad. I think I've told you this story before.
I don't think I heard that one, man.
So her uncle became her stepfather when her mom and her dad divorced.
Gotcha.
So
So she married.
well, it was the sisters. I so the husband of the sister married her mom. And so the running joke they were calling him Uncle Dad, which I don't know. That's kind of wild. Uncle Dad.
Uncle Dad.
Yeah. Man.
Dude,
Hopefully she didn't hear this podcast because yeah.
I mean, hey, man, they don't know we talked about them. We're not using our real name.
She would know. 100%.
Well,
100%.
I doubt they're the only one in the continental United States of America who has that same issue.
Uh,
Gotcha. There's
it's
some
an
other
interesting
folks.
issue to have.
Yes, it is. I'm like, okay, well, hey, man, keep it in the family. I get it. I mean, it is what it is. This was probably before they had things like, dating apps. So your choices, no matter where you are probably limited. So, hey,
Hey,
man, do what you got to do.
the only one pumping my sister is me.
What was that, Chappelle show? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my
Yeah.
sister was me.
uh, it's so gross.
It is, man. But hey, some families run like that, dude. Ain't nothing you can do about it. I'm like, all right, man, do you? Again, as long as you're happy. I wish people just happiness. I say, man, as long as you're happy, if it's working for you. Because hey, I'll be honest, every relationship I ever had failed. So if you cracked the code and this is keeping you guys together, even if you're sharing the same blood lineage, if it's working for you, it's working for you.
Mm.
I got no advice for you. I can't get it right myself. So,
Mess with forces that should not be messed with.
brother, I don't disagree,
Mm.
but man,
Mm-mm.
I don't have an alternative for them. I got nothing else to offer you.
There's a
So,
refrigerator, fucking TV. You go hump that, you know.
well, every now
You
and
know
then you
the
need
the
stuff. I guess,
stump in the
brother.
backyard with the big hole in the middle. I mean,
Listen, as soon as she popped up the Keystone Light, he knew he found his soulmate.
Keystone Light. Uh, that stuff's pretty gross too, man. Ugh.
All that stuff,
Mm.
dude. I hypothesize that I guess I would love to look at that to see if lower income people have higher rates of stomach cancer. And I guarantee you a lot of it's because
Bad
the malt
hops.
liquors, yeah, that stuff they drink that none of us drink, but it's sold at, low income neighborhoods. It's like you really don't find a lot of malt liquor in other neighborhoods outside of low income neighborhoods.
Yeah, no, not really. There's
And
some,
say,
they're all over the place here, but some people, I don't know, some people like it. I can't remember the
yeah,
last time I had malt liquor,
oh,
to be
dude,
honest.
but
It
that has got to lead to some forms of stomach cancer. I'm
mm,
speculating. I don't know. I have not done the research, but dude, I would hypothesize that there are higher rates of stomach cancer in these neighborhoods, not just because of the foods they're eating, but what they recreationally drink as well.
mm,
And yeah, those cheaper alcohols, malt liquors, cheaper beers, dude, that stuff has got to do stuff to you.
yeah.
That can't be good for you.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Reality of the world we live in.
Hey, brother, listen, again, I'm just waiting for you to run for office, brother. You
I
gonna
wouldn't.
take shelves?
I'd probably get to my fellow and be here to rifle crack. I wouldn't even get to say Americans.
They'll say, what happened? Well,
Well,
he wanted to take a look at the Epstein list. I
hmm.
told him not to. I said,
He
anyone who looks
saw
at
my
Epstein,
name on it.
hey, brother, if you look at that list, you are marked for death. You believe me? And there he is on the ground right there. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
this is probably the top story over aliens right now.
Well, didn't they come out and say that they don't know what UFOs are? Or they acknowledged them? It came out, what, like several
Last
months
year,
back, maybe even a year ago. It feels
yeah,
like
about a
it.
year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just more
And
of the same.
yeah, as soon as they said it, they're like, well, okay, that's it. And no one else was interested in it after that. It was kind of, they just acknowledged, we don't know what the hell. But that happened right before Trump got elected, also. That one of those strange lights that were one of those over New Jersey or something like that.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
the
think,
drones and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, drones and stuff like that. And there was this huge, what is this? What is that stuff? And like, man, America knew what that stuff was.
people talking about these machines deep in the ocean, releasing them and stuff. Yeah. I
Dude,
don't know. I don't
man,
know. I don't know.
this podcast is just going to be all conspiracy theory. This is what we
Oh
heard.
no.
There are
This
no
is what
reputable
so and so
sources.
told me. None whatsoever. Pull it out of her ass. The next
Hey,
thing you
man,
know is top news tomorrow. Aliens have stolen the Epstein list.
if that headline came out, I don't believe I would be any more surprised than I am right now. Like, well, I probably like, well, that makes sense. Yeah,
Well,
because we're at
sure.
that point now where like everything is happening. The things that you would never even imagine are happening right now. And if that was like, well, actually, guys, Epstein list and the Diddy list, aliens had come and that was what they wanted and they left. I'd be
The
like, okay,
reptilians took it.
the reptilians took it.
They took them.
Too many
What was that
reptilians.
planet you used to call that you came from, or your mom or somebody came from? What was the name of that planet?
Oblipia.
Yeah, that's where they came from. They come straight from there.
So for the average listener who has no idea what the fuck we're talking about,
Mm.
so when I was a kid, I used to tell my mom and dad that I came from a planet called Oblipia because I was just so convinced that I'm not from this planet. And I
You're still not. I don't know where you're from, but
still
you're
not.
not from
Yeah,
here.
yeah. They're like, nah, he's not from this. This cat's different. I'm like, okay, but yeah, I was even at that young, tender age, I knew that I don't fit in with you people. All you, yeah, I don't want to be here. So I actually am gonna write a letter to Elon Musk, letting him know I want to go home. Don't want to be on this planet with you people anymore. I'm good. Let's have Elon work on the space shuttle so we can go to Mars and we can move on. Cause yeah, dude, it's time.
Click your heels 3 times together and go back to Africa.
Go back to Africa.
We watched way too much Dave Chappelle back in the day.
Oh,
Way
dude,
too much. The
way to,
answering machine, the message with Rick
oh,
James
yeah,
in it, and your
yeah,
mom leaving that long message saying that, we weren't raised that way and how dare we, and then, topping it off with, you better, you need to come back and take out the trash.
yeah. So leaving this long message that I think our remote was like, "Hey, it is Mikey, it is Dee Dee, and I'm Rick James, bitch. Boys, they did it right now. Let's just sound of the beep." So, but how dated that joke is, no one has home answering machines anymore.
No.
That's how long we've known each other.
Yeah.
Where technology we used to joke around with is now dead technology.
At least it was a digital one. It wasn't tape. It was digital.
Okay, yeah, dude. Hell yeah, man. It was digital, it was, but I think I still have a home phone number for my house here. It's just I don't ever I took the wires off that phone because it's kind of attached to the wall, so it never rings now. But I know I still have a number here.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, who calls me at home? Who's ever going to use my home phone number? What am I doing this? But it came
I don't
with the
even know your
internet.
home phone number. Yeah. Well, I mean, you
It
can
came with the
probably
internet.
ditch it now.
Oh yeah, dude. It's I'm like, what are we even doing with this? What's happening here?
You're probably paying more with the phone line now versus if you just ditched it.
I think it came with it. I can look into it and see what's what.
Yeah, I mean, that was probably what, 10 years ago plus.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
what? So I had Suddenlink, and then Suddenlink was bought out by Optimum. So the plan kind of just carried over. So nothing has really changed. I think I got some points or some free or discounted because I was a loyal customer, but shit, that don't matter no more, man. Loyal customers don't get anything. New customers
No.
get the good stuff. Hey, with that, man, I know last time we talked, man, you were having issues with your internet. Are you good now?
It comes and goes, Again, it's Comcast, so it's Comcast is what it is. Can't get anything else where we're at right at the moment, but more things are coming.
Yeah,
So we'll
I'm
see.
kind of that boat that where I live, this is pretty much all we have.
Yeah.
And I gotta wait for something new, whatever fiber optic, whatever stuff they're trying to lay down. Dude, I don't care. Dude, I just watch YouTube.
We need
I don't need it that
we
high
need
speed.
aliens to bring us better Wi-Fi.
And I'm like, really, what at this point, what am I doing with the Wi-Fi? I'm not watching anything that I need to really so I can watch, reruns of 30 Rock on Peacock. I'm not doing anything with the internet that much that's all that important anymore.
No.
It's just, so I can stream music, goof off with my friends. That's really it. The movies I mostly watch are movies I've already seen before.
Yeah.
I noticed that I have what Plex, Tubi and Plex are free. Peacock, Hulu, Disney. I'm sure there's one or two in there also, but they all have the same movies now.
Most of the time. Most
Yeah,
of the time.
there's
And they
nothing.
rotate licenses rotate too.
Yeah,
One
I'm
streaming
like, dude,
platform will have licensing for this one program, it'll run out and then it'll move on to the next, platform.
yeah, yeah. You'll give me some bullshit message that, oh, hey, the last few days to watch these things. I'm like, on this thing, yeah, but it's going
Not from
over.
Pirate Bay. Remember Pirate
It's
Bay
going
being a
over to
thing?
Netflix or oh Amazon. That's the other one I have. Or going to Amazon next. I'm like, okay, it's just you're rotating it around. It's not like I'm missing anything.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I don't really care if I don't get to watch the that last Riddick movie on Hulu. Not missing anything.
Family.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
all
Like,
about family.
really, Bubble Boy is not going to be on this anymore. I'm going to miss watching Bubble Boy. Actually,
Bubble
I'm talking shit. I
Boy.
do like that movie a lot, actually.
Bubble Boy.
Yeah, that it was Jake Gyllenhaal. He was in a bubble. It's a
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I
yeah,
remember now.
yeah,
Yeah, I had
dude.
to.
It's
Yeah,
not
you're
great, but
reaching. Yeah,
so I love road movies, or it's like a movie where you're basically on the road and you're meeting like a cast of characters. So Pee Wee's Big Adventure, that's a road movie.
yeah.
Uh, what was the one with her on the Harley Davidsons motorcycles? It was Jane Fonda and Dennis something.
Was
Uh,
it
they're
something
on.
in the Marlboro Man?
Well,
No,
that
that's a
one that
different
came
one.
out in the '90s. Uh, but yeah, Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man. That's what
Holly
you're talking.
Davidson in the Marlboro Man.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
but like
not
those,
that one.
just kind of you're on the road and you meet just a cast of characters on your journey. I like road movies, and Bubble Boy. Actually, I really like that movie. Actually, it's really stupid, but yeah, but I don't care if I miss that one on Hulu or Tubi. It'll be someplace else. Like, oh no, they're taking off Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt is a road movie where it's just he's on the road and he meets these
Jeez,
characters
I
along the
forgot
way.
about that movie too.
Oh, hey man, listen, that movie is a national treasure, sir. Joe Dirt is the shit. I,
Uh,
I've I've held back from watching part two only because I don't want it to sully the actual legacy of Joe Dirt.
is there a part two?
They did make a sequel to that movie
Um,
some years back.
I don't think I ever watched it.
I don't haven't
Probably not
watched it.
missing anything.
You're not missing anything. I think they said all they needed to say with the first Joe Dirt movie.
Right.
There was
Yeah.
nothing
Don't
left
sell it.
on the shelf. There was nothing left in the tank. We said everything in this one. But since it became such like I guess a cult favorite, they decided let's do one more time. I'm like, I don't know why they did that.
Yeah. It's kind of like Super Troopers. They released a well, not a sequel, but another Super Troopers movie. It was okay. I
Yeah,
really liked the first one.
yeah, the first one was just fantastic, but it came
Yeah.
out at a period in time where that kind of humor was funny.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think the Broken Lizard comedy works as well anymore.
Yeah.
And plus, those guys are like damn near 60 now. So
Yeah, they're old. Yeah, they're older
you
now.
can't do frat movies
Yeah.
anymore. Like,
A
dude,
couple of the characters are on like a comedy firefighter show. I can't remember the name of it.
yeah, yeah, those two, the I don't know their names.
Farva's character and
Yeah, and Farva, yeah, Farva.
Farva, hit the radio.
Yeah, dude. So I like those, but I think the same reason we don't have like what was it? The frat pack movies anymore with like Will Ferrell. What were those other guys who were in the movies? What's the big tall dude? He was in Wedding Crashers with Owen Wilson. Dude, super tall cat. I'm flaking on names, but yeah. So the Brat Pack, those Rat Pack, not Rat Pack, those Frat Pack movies, you don't really have anymore because those guys are like damn near 60 now.
Yeah.
You really can't do that with that cast of characters anymore. Yeah, well, hold on, I'm looking up real quick. What was that cat thing? He was in Swingers.
Man, you're reaching deep.
Dude, he was the tall guy. As soon as that comes up, I'm gonna know what his name was. Okay, hold up. Blah blah blah
Not
blah
Norm
blah.
Macdonald, right?
No, Vince Vaughn. That's what I'm thinking of.
Okay, Vince Vaughn. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's super duper tall. But yeah, he was part of that kind of that frat pack. And dude, actually, I rewatched 40-year-old version. A, that movie is still hilarious. B, there's so much in that movie you could never do now anymore.
Yeah. No, you can't get away with 90% of the stuff
Not even the comedy,
from back
just
then.
the lifestyle they lived. So I'm not going to incriminate you or I, but however, we have friends who would go to bars and clubs strictly to pick up chicks. And the stuff they were doing, looking for drunk girls to pick up,
Yeah.
dude, you're gonna catch a case doing that shit now.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. 100%. Can't do that
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah, dude. The stuff that the advice they gave their friends about lying who you are to impress girls, man, you can go to jail behind that bullshit now. This was comedy 20 years ago, but
Yeah.
this is how far we've come now. We're
It's
like,
not
no,
funny no more.
dude, it's not funny no more. If you try that shit at a bar or club, you are going to go to jail. She's gonna revoke her consent, and you are gonna be fucking on some watch list now. And you have to go door to door when you move in the neighborhood saying that you're a sexual predator or some shit.
Get
You
a
could
sign.
not do. Oh, dude, I rewatched that TV that movie Waiting, where they're waiters and stuff.
What's that?
It's what's the dude that played that Ryan Reynolds? He
Ryan
played that.
Reynolds? Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the movie,
One
and
of
there's a scene where he keeps hitting on these high school girls, and I'm like, bro, he's an adult trying to he's trying to sleep with 16-year-olds. There is no way you could even get away with that joke anymore in modern Hollywood.
nope. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's kind of weird how
Man,
you think it was funny back then. You know, I
hilarious
don't
back
know.
in that dick showing game they used to do where they would
The
show each
goat.
other. Yeah, the
Yeah.
goat, fat skin. Like, dude, you're gonna be
Bat
an Asian
wing.
so
Yeah.
fucking fat.
The brain.
Yeah, dude. And then we call each other gay slurs and kick him in the ass. Oh my God. But that was comedy for us. That's actually real life. We would do goofy shit like that all the time. Yeah, you dude, oh my God. If you did that to a young kid now, that kid would have run
Decent
for a
exposure.
six. So yeah.
The charges just keep stacking.
Oh my goodness. If you did that to these soft ass millennials,
Mm-mm. Not
this
anymore.
person, oh my God, they'd have a nervous breakdown. They'd be in their safe space. They'd have to log on with Dr. Whoever because they have a mental health appointment and they need to talk about what just happened at work, how they were assaulted at work.
I just saw a brain.
That's just on my brain. Oh my God.
Not the one in the head. I don't know
I
what
need
to
a mental
do.
health day today. I gotta take off today. I can't work. I'm like, dude. So I know we got other stuff to do, but you'll get a kick out of this. I don't know if we talked about this before, but I told you that I was talking with my cousin who's still in the military, and he's in the army, and he's saying the things you can't do anymore because now they have like a card that they get to hold up. They're going to do boot camp and stuff.
Yeah.
So one
Stress
of those
card,
rites of, yeah,
something
one
like
of those
that.
rites of passage that most people, and especially in the army, did was when they would go through the gas chamber.
Oh, I remember that. That was
Oh
no
yeah, you'd
fun.
have to crack the seal, take the
Hmm.
mask off. Now
Yeah.
you can just wave the card and say, "Hey, my mental health is not where it needs to be today. I can't do this," and you can basically get to opt out.
Man, I don't know. I mean, the whole point of that training, one, was to make sure that your mask was properly sealed, and
Yeah,
two, what it's like to be hit with some tear gas.
yep,
And some things you have to go through. I hated it. It made me snot like a mile long, hack my lungs out,
yeah,
tears flowing, for a good 20 minutes after the fact. But I don't know. I don't agree with them being able to wave a card to say I need to skip this training because that training is going to save your life. Because if you don't know how to put on that mask properly in as quick a minute of time, you're gonna die. You know, depending on if it was like nerve gas or whatever kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Or if it's tear gas, you're gonna have a hard time, right?
yeah.
So
So I go. So I've never been in the military. I've never had the honor or privilege to wear a uniform. Hopefully, before it's all over, I get to wear at least one uniform. That'd be pretty cool. But I go back and forth with the ideas now because I know they're, because right now in the news they're talking about lowering how they lowered the standards for military people and blah blah blah, so they can get through the training and stuff, and how it's kind of basically lowered for both men and women, etc. And on one hand, like what you're saying, yes, I agree with. But then on the other hand, I'm looking, well, do we have a modern military now? Does it really matter that this person goes through the gas test when their job is gonna be they're flying a drone, they're sitting, their ass is parked in Scottsdale, Arizona, while they're operating a drone that's being operated in Fallujah, and the drone is in combat. Does it matter that this person can't run 5 miles or does can do push-ups?
I
You know what I
guess it
mean?
depends on a job nowadays, but still, that's a basic skill, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Who's to
And
say
again,
that someone can't run up to that trailer you're sitting in and toss a tear gas canister in there as a joke or, or not a joke, you should know how to put your gas mask on and it should work. You never know. You could be picked up and moved somewhere else.
but if you're a drone operator
You
and
you you
you're
might
in
you
what
might move overseas to be closer to the drone. I don't know.
you don't need that. You're like, I don't have to be anywhere near this battlefield
I
to
get it.
operate this drone.
No, I get it. It's a basic skill. They should know how to do it. There's basic skills, and that should be one of them. You should know how to put on your protective gear.
I got you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with you. It's just I'm just curious about the modern military we have and the necessity for certain things. That's all. So I'm not saying you're
Well,
wrong.
the
You're
the
right. I
whole
get it.
the moniker is you're a soldier first and your MOS last. If they need you on the front line, well, guess what? You're not drone piloting today, son. You're
Oh,
gonna be in a
dude,
foxhole with Jimmy and his machine gun feeding him ammo. I don't
bro, if it
care.
comes down to that, we need these soy boys on the front lines, bro. Just start practicing your Mandarin right now. Just start practicing. Just go, dude. If it
I don't
comes
have
to
anything
that,
funny to
we
say
need
in
these
Mandarin.
guys. We need these kids that are coming out who are soft as shit. That we've nerfed the whole world for them, where they have no rough edges and they can't take any mental anguish and they need days off for mental health. If we need that kid on the front line, dog, go ahead and start practicing Russian, bro. Go ahead and start, man. It's no. We're good, man.
Need
It's
to,
okay.
no, you need to learn your mama insults quick. You're gonna
Yeah,
need them.
yeah, need that, man. I don't know, brother. I don't know. Oh well, man. Well, dude, man, it's been fun catching up with you and chopping it up, man. We've had tons of fun. We're
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and end it here. That way, people who are falling asleep to what we're talking about, they can still sleep. So, time to say goodnight, Dick.
Good night, asshole.
Good night, sir. I'll
All
talk to you soon, brother. Peace and
right.
love.
Peace and love. Later.